All right, so last week was actually a pretty good session. Um, at least Audrey and Arson met uh, Harmony's friend, and then they met her bully, and came aware of the existence of uh, Anima Animalis. And the later half of this session was spent with Miss Livia getting Fleur drunk, or at least tipsy, bringing her over to her mother, and then letting them loose. Fleur ranted for a bit, and before Audrey got involved, she sat both Fleur and her mom down, and gave them both a stern talking to. Used some racial slurs, confused a half elf, or confused her own race for a half elf. Then Fleur stormed upstairs. Miss Olivia confirmed with Arson that they're blood pact or whatever was still good to go before she ended up eldritch blasting a pregnant woman, aka Fleur's mom. And with a single blast, she downed her. Then Vierna stopped her from using a second Eldritch Blast, saying, "You have no right to do this." Then Liv went upstairs and explained to Fleur why she brought her mother there, and apologized. And so that brings us to the current situation. There are lots of people downstairs sitting quietly after what just happened. And Liv, that is pretty much the state of the room when you come down. For the rest of you, it has been quiet ever since Liv attacked Fleur's mom.
Wonderful.
So, Order of the Swan, you are ready to let loose.
I'm guessing that Sturban and I have just been doing rock, paper, scissors for hours.
Mostly reading, I would say. Servant's more than likely been.
You've been doing whatever it is you would have wanted to do.
Namely for Sturban, though, partially for Daehun, given where he's sitting, he would increasingly have to move, because shot glasses and other, like, cocktail glasses are now covering the bar from Sorath alone, and they just progressively keep moving over towards you.
Oh, if that's the case, then he's going to start stacking them and make little towers.
Yeah. Sorath is, like, low-key blitzed right next to Arson. Anyways, Liv, having all the tact of Liv, is going to just slide past Libertas and move over to Sturbon and Daehoon.
So what was the point of blasting? Yeah.
Oh, catharsis mostly. Anyways, we're gonna do cake here in about like an hour.
Liv is
Why?
okay with you attacking her mom?
Yeah, Flur's low key didn't like chastise me for doing that.
I'm
Not yet, at
surprised.
least.
Not yet.
I am genuinely surprised. She says, catching a shot glass that Daehoon's knocked over. So you know. She makes sparkles using minor illusion from her hands.
I know sparkles.
Yeah. These are. Yeah.
Okay.
These are
I don't know
sparkles.
sparkles.
Do you not know? Okay. Technically, I think I'm the only one of us three that can do this.
Yep.
And I can also do this. She says, turning to her mom and aunt and making a motion like a party popper, and then with a bang out of her index finger, like confetti, just starts blasts the two of them using prestidigitation, and then she turns back to Daehoon and Sturbon, all proud of herself.
Well, that was
Wonderful
incredibly
assault those women.
rude.
Yeah, that didn't sound like a ton of fun.
I figured you'd like party poppers, Daehoon.
Explosions.
That would be
Not
why.
my thing. I like, I don't
That-
know, blood more often.
That's weirdly confusing. I figured you would like be all for explosions.
They throw you around. I do not like being thrown around.
Good to
Actually,
know. So if we ever piss off a paladin, we just chuck him around.
I suppose that is the new knowledge here gained tonight, Sturbon. Yes. That being said, oh right, neither of you have ever seen a frag grenade.
Hey, what now?
Fraternity grenade.
Frag grenade. It's a small handheld.
Frat grenade.
No, frag. FRAG. It's short for fragmentation.
Yes.
It's a small handheld explosive device that you just sort of like pull the pin and chuck, and it goes boom. Except it sends a whole bunch of metal and plastic shrapnel into anything within the blast radius. It can and will turn you into Swiss cheese.
That is a horrible spell. Who would ever want to turn into Swiss cheese?
It's not a spell.
Then how can it transmute my body?
It doesn't turn you literally into Swiss cheese. I mean, the shrapnel is moving through you at such high forces, it like blasts holes into you.
Oh.
It's an analogy.
Yeah, Daehoon.
If you say so.
Well, I mean, the most high-powered explosive device I can think of, well, literally speaking, was named the SAR bomba. More broadly speaking, fusion hydrogen bomb.
Liv, they don't know what that is.
What is hydrogen?
It's a basic element.
Two-thirds
so
of
like
water.
fire? So it's a water. So they made a bomb out of water. That's actually pretty cool.
Well,
It's not completely water. It's part of water.
yeah, you know the sun, right?
The what?
The fucking ball of flaming plasma that hangs in the sky at all times.
Sorry, I think you're slurring your speech. I heard F-U-N, fun.
No, the sun.
Oh, S-O-N. Yes, I know the S-O-N, the sun.
No, S-U-N. S-O-N is a different type of sun.
If you insist.
Okay, I'm not getting into language here. Point
Yeah.
being is that most of the sun, right, Daehoon, is this thing called hydrogen. And in the same basic principle as the Tsar Bomba, at crazy fast fucking speeds and temperatures, right, hydrogen will slam into each other and turn into this other element called helium. You might...
Daehoon's head is going to fall into his tower of shot glasses as he just sort of slumps over.
Okay. Well, point being, Daehoon, is that it caused a large enough explosion to quite literally be heard around the planet.
What? Huh? What? Oh, you're still talking. Actually, I want to make a performance for that. Okay, not bad.
Actually, if you want to learn what helium is, ask, I don't know, one of the artificers to fill up a balloon for you.
Ah, right. Cool. Oh, would you look at all these shot glasses I just knocked down? He's going to start stacking them again.
So,
Poor
anyways, how are you doing, Sturbon?
Right. Well, thank you.
Cool. I'm gonna have to mention something here. If Arson gets kind of unruly in the next few days and might, I don't know, throat punch a guard, let him do it.
Let Arson throat punch a guard. Now, why would I let him do that?
He's acting on our ride or die blood pact. You know.
Tong walks over with a 1 to 2 year old and hands the child over to Andrea, one of Flir's sisters, before walking by. If one of you young men want to help me with the cake, well, welcome
Yes.
to do that.
Yes. Let's go, Tongs. Let's do this.
Liv will grab Tom by the sleeve and pull her in close before she leaves, and looks her keenly in the eyes. Do not let him cut that with his sword. I know he's going to want to. Do not.
Daehoon's pulling out his hand axe.
Honestly, if it's a cake knife, yes. If it's a dagger, sure. Anything larger than that, and please turn him into a rat.
I tried doing that once before and it failed.
Well,
but nothing says I can't try it again.
Exactly. And if you do succeed, there are more wrapped up pieces of ham and peanut butter for you.
All right, where's this
Don't
cake?
Spoil me. It's over this way. It's in the kitchen.
You know, Sturbon, it's shockingly easy to bribe Fox girls to do stuff for you.
Wait. And he's going to stop her by the door.
I'm sure. It's the same as bribing the occasional guard. I'm sure.
You know what? Well, hold up. Hey, Mom, Auntie, have you ever tried bribing a guard with a rolled up piece of ham and peanut butter?
It works
No,
surprisingly well if they're starving.
Well, yes, it would work if they were starving, but I don't think it would work on just any guard.
No, you just gotta know the right situation.
I mean, now I kind of want to try this.
Well, you may have your chance today, you may have your chance tomorrow.
Indeed.
Daehoon, what were you gonna say?
All right, wait, he's gonna stop her by the door and lean in close and just be like, okay, look. So I'm not used to birthdays. I've had one. And then he's
Okay.
gonna look at the floor and then look back up. But I know this. You usually bring out the cake and then you cut it. Like there's a whole big, well, I don't know big, but she told me it was big. There's like this big old yay, and then you cut the cake.
Well, uh, let me explain inside, and you should have the ability to walk through these particular walls, Daehoon.
Sorry, yeah, I'm messaging.
Door right there.
Okay.
So typically with birthdays, it's just bring out the cake. If it's
Yeah.
you bring out the cake once it's made, or well, really once it's frosted and cooled down. And depending on where you are, the most popular way is to stick some edible candles with edible wax on them, light them, and have the person whose birthday is being celebrated sing them a song, and for them to blow out the candles, and then cake will be cut and served.
Ah. So, okay. All right. Cool. Awesome. So
Yeah.
you need me to carry the cake.
For the most part.
Okay.
If you want to help make the frosting, you're more than welcome to do that.
Okay, sorry. That was a problem on me as a player. I was crunching watermelon. Say that again?
If you want to help me make the frosting, you're more than welcome to help.
Frosting. Yeah. What? You know what? You tell me what color I'm supposed to be making, and I'll try my best.
So, she'll go through the process of making cake frosting with you. Meanwhile, outside with Sterbon and with Livia, the conversation is going well, or things are still mostly
So anyways, that's
quiet.
how I gave a sheep fucking anxiety.
You can give sheep anxiety with literally anything.
Not like anxiety and like the whole predator-prey situation, I mean human anxiety. The
Yeah.
motherfucker had an existential crisis.
Yeah, it's not that hard to do.
What the fuck have you given a sheep an existential crisis?
What?
Sturbod, I know you speak for the trees have no tongues, but what the fuck?
I mean, if you want to.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go find a sheep later tonight, and let me see you give it anxiety.
Yeah, I think for a particular outing like that to Ulysses, it probably won't this. And she'll slide over a pretty big glass of alcohol to you, Miss Olivia.
Liv will take it and then look at her and go, I legitimately thought you were going to hand me a gun there. And I was going to tell you, given my actions here today, I definitely should not, and never should have a gun. But I'll take this. This is fine.
Yeah, be sure to take what was behind the glass with you. I think you may want it, depending on how well things went up there. If you are doing what I think you're planning on doing.
I'm not going to shoot Fleur. Quit trying to give me a gun, you damn
I'm not.
artificer.
I am.
Oh wait, it's a jewelry box. Never mind. She'll pocket it.
Well, you didn't have to say it so loud. I was trying to be discreet.
I don't think people necessarily are caring right about now.
I think at least the people behind the bar and your cook care.
Well, okay. Good on them. She'll wave over to Libertas. Anyways.
So, the two of you would notice, and actually, Daehoon, before you left to go help with the cake, you would have noticed, you think, 5 figures, all of them in different animal-related masks. One of which you've seen before and it recognized as the Raven. The other 4 you haven't seen before. Would be talking with the really handsome man that Fleur was out with back in the Calbian Empire. Or if you were there last week, the person that Liv kept referring to as the police officer, who isn't actually a police officer.
Oh shit, the furries are talking to the cop.
That sounds kind of cool. Okay,
Sure,
as long as it's not a bunny rabbit, then he'll
furries
take notice.
Furries are your people.
Quick question, DM.
Yes.
So there's a me up in this corner, and I'm seeing things over here that I might not.
What?
There's a me over here.
There is?
Yeah, there's a movable me.
Multiple Daehoons. One was bad enough.
Put him in this room over here.
Oh.
So I don't see whatever that was, but...
Okay, yeah. Should not have seen that.
Okay, I'll pretend I didn't.
That's a surprise tool that'll help me later.
Awesome. I'll sit awkwardly in the room with monk people.
No, I'll take care of that. Myth Olivia, what?
Sturbon, the furries are your people.
Why though?
Well, you're a furry, they're furries. Though I suppose you're no less an anthro animal and like straight up turning into a doggo. Does it still make you furry?
I think furries are different.
I mean, it literally does make you furry, but you get my drift.
Yes. I get your drift.
She says, brushing off some leftover wolf fur from Sturbon's shoulder.
You sure it's wolf fur, not fox fur?
It's fur, and it's from a canine, and frankly speaking, statistically speaking, it came from Sturbon.
Foxes aren't canids.
Shut up, disembodied voice.
No.
So, well, this is increasingly awkward, Sturbon.
Sitting here.
Well,
Sitting here.
45 minutes later, Daeun and Tong would come out with a decently large frosted cake.
Cake.
And
Before we do go out,
Hmm?
are there any special designs on the cake?
No, because, well, for one reason, you don't know necessarily how to do that, and also Tong has terrible handwriting, which could very well translate to her decorating.
Do we have here? Is it okay if I make a sleight of hand check to try and get a decoration of sort? Just literally, I just want one line of decoration on the top of the cake.
Yes.
Okay. If not, then Daehoon will just sort of smush it out. Oh my goodness.
Unfortunately for you, the best cake decorator in the room is currently blitzed out of her fucking mind.
Okay, well, it's one line. He's trying to do a big heart on the top for no good reason.
Okay, well, Starbuck, given Daehoon's demonic chanting, I suppose that's my cue. To which she'll run upstairs to get Fleur for cake.
Before he
Hookah chaka, hookah chaka.
I've
She
got
stops at the top of the stairs and points down at Sturbon. I swear to God, if a demon shows up at this party under your supervision, she then turns and points at Kevin, and yours, I am going to lose my shit.
Hey, you're the one who does all the demon stuff, okay? It's not me.
Okay, you know damn well it's a devil. And with that, she'll run back upstairs, probably alerting Fleur a good 15 minutes before she actually gets to the room.
Would Liv have looked through her familiar at any point?
Maybe, depending on how bad the lull is with Sturbon's conversational skills.
How bad is that?
That's
His
up to Sturbon.
So terrible, but
So, yeah, she probably pretended to be asleep looking through Shara's eyes.
So in the lull of a conversation, as you look through Shara's eyes, you would notice that Fleur think whenever Shulk gets a vision in Xenoblade Chronicles.
Neat. Gotta hit that B button right at the proper time.
No, not that. Right. In the
Gotta make sure we use the proper Monado art so we don't fucking die.
That's not what I'm referring to. I'm referring to the blue eye glow that occurs. So, look through Shara's eyes, you see that once. A couple minutes later, you see Fleur over at the desk drawing or creating something. Shara goes over, it looks like a drawing of some kind.
Yeah, knowing Shara, acting on his own volition, he would, fucking help Fleur draw at that. Bringing over, crayons and colored pencils to help.
She works intensely, and actually, you would see this as you go in. The drawings have one of the pieces of papers looks to be two black beings, one kind of shadowy and the other more solid, and compared to the shadowy creature or the smoke-like creature, it's a lot bigger. You also see what appears to be 3 figures. 2 of them are probably ASMR. The last one looks like a Goliath. Fighting said creatures.
Well, that's mildly disconcerting. Anyways, Fleur, it's time for cake.
Okay. And she'll pick up Shara. And Tian Shi will appear on her shoulders.
Shara will do that cat thing of going, like, merp.
Set it down here, Daehun. Alright, let's set the cake down here on the bar, since every other table is more or less occupied.
Cake? Okay.
And a minute or two later, Miss Olivia and Fleur, their familiars in tow, come down the stairs. It looks like Fleur has been crying recently.
Nice.
Ain't too bad
well-
in what?
Liv would have helped her clean up a bit. That being said, seeing the fact that there isn't a demonic summoning circle from Daehun's chanting, she will just sigh loudly and go, "Oh, thank the gods."
Yeah, he's gonna like step out of the way like a brick and present the cake with a sloppy heart on the top.
He tried. It's a
Yes.
lot better than I could have done.
It's
He did it. I was worried you got
generally-
my sister to do this, and actually no, if you got my sister to do this would look a lot more phallic given her current state.
Okay. So what do we do now?
Oh shit. Yeah, you don't have a fire cantrip, do you? Alright, out of the way. Come on, move. Move, Daehun.
Daehun will again shift aside like a brick.
Cool. Making the motion of like a flip lighter using prestidigitation, she'll make a small flame appear like off the tip of her hand to light the candles. And then look over at Libertas and go, I literally hit the lights, but I think we've caused enough property damage for you in the past month or two.
Oh, that's you have, and he'll snap his fingers and the lights will dim.
Great. Okay, so Daehun, do you know how to sing?
Me.
Right.
Oh, what a great first thing you hear, Alex.
Great.
Me.
Great. I meant. Okay, well that helps answer some of my questions. Do you know the birthday song, Daehun?
Just a sec.
Proceeds to look up birthdays.
Do I know the birthday song? Being raised in,
Normally I would say yes. So given your unique background, I'm going to ask you high or low.
high, because that's what arson is.
No, you don't.
Awesome.
My fucking god. Okay. She looks over at Nana and like runs her hand over her neck, like, no, I don't mean that literally. Before rummaging through her bag of holding and pulling out like a piece of sheet music and handing it to Daehoon. It has the birthday
What
song
is
transcribed.
this?
It's the birthday song. Just follow the fucking lyrics, okay?
What?
Here.
Okay.
You're not gonna make him sing alone, are you?
Happy birthday. And she just starts without anyone else, and he just says that.
Liv will lean into Fleur and in fantasy Japanese go, well, I didn't mean to, but I think you're just going to anyways.
Daehoon is gonna... How do you read sheet music? He's heard this tune once in his life. So he doesn't know what it sounds like.
Does he not know how to read sheet music?
He's a paladin.
Yeah, but wasn't he also training in an instrument?
Yeah, a tangleharpa. It's like 2 strings on a stick.
Okay, but there's still sheet music.
Okay.
Actually, Soreth explicitly gave you like a beginner's guide to music
Yes.
theory.
Fine. Okay, I'm gonna have to read it correctly though, and Daehoon hasn't done music in a little while. So what should I roll for that?
Performance, probably.
Not bad.
Ow!
All right, Daehoon is gonna launch into the birthday song. I'm not gonna sing it because I don't wanna.
That being said, all things considered, I'm kind of surprised. He had a very rough start, but like he actually stuck the landing.
Somehow.
You get there's you at least get the there is applause when you finish.
Oh, nobody
singing.
else sang with me?
Well,
Oh
no.
no.
No, so it would have been a rough start, but people would have eventually joined in, especially when Libertas was like joined in, ushering people to join.
Sweet.
But out of everyone that joined, you probably had the best performance.
Awesome.
Don't fucking try me. I will roll for Beleth. She is a fucking diva.
She's also
Not
Do
Beleth.
it. Maybe she
Sora.
can end off. She can end off the song with one of those really long notes.
Yeah,
Make everybody else feel bad.
1 second. I'll roll for Sorath. That's Beleth. I opened the wrong character sheet. I didn't realize how charismatic Beleth Loki was.
Wait, what?
She has a +3 to charisma, my god.
I have to see this for myself.
Oh.
Good job, Sorath.
Okay. Out of the non-bards, you had the best performance.
Yay.
Fortunately, Liv didn't join up because she's standing right next to you.
Wow. Thank you. And Dane's gonna hand her back the sheet music. Okay. And Dane's gonna pull out his hand axe. How do I do this?
Liv looks at him charging an Eldritch Blast intently and then looks over at like, no, put that away. Libertas, you cut the fucking cake.
Oh. Okay.
As she says that, Soreth finally has to take a breath, and you hear a loud shattering of glass because she just threw her glass after she finished drinking.
The 3 sisters will then blow out the candles together, and will cut the cake. Alrighty. I think that is the most important parts of the festivities today. As he's serving the triplets.
Cool. Is there enough cake for everybody?
Oh yeah, Tong made sure of that.
Sweet.
Honestly, Daehyun, I get only the best caterers.
All right. Daehoon's going to grab himself a slice and one for Sturban, and then he's going to head back over.
Great.
Here's some cake. Enjoy it.
I hope so. Do you have the antidotes?
But do you really not trust me with the cake, Sebon? Tongs shouts.
Not particularly, Tong.
Old habits die hard.
That being said, Sturbon, if anyone here is going to get polymorphed, you're in the best situation to do so. You can literally transform at will into a beast and back. I mean,
I'm
okay,
sure.
maybe please don't turn into a fucking Allosaurus in the bar, but the point stands.
I'm sure it'll be a great attraction to have an Allosaurus in the bar.
I am sure Libertas would just love you for doing that.
Yes.
Only the happiest feelings for you if you do that.
I'm sure.
Hey, Libertas, whose room is directly above him?
Not mine.
Because, like, if it's Daehoon, I might actively encourage him.
I believe that's Arson's rule.
No, well, fuck. Hey, Sturbon! Transform into an Allosaurus! Just do it for shits and giggles.
Why, though?
It's not your room above you. It's not mine.
Libertas doesn't even rent a room here. He sleeps outside in a tree.
It's not Sturbon. It's not Daehoon's. It's most certainly not Gorza's. So, like, you do the math. Whose room is upstairs? I'm gonna take your astounded silence as you're thinking about it.
Hello?
I have to say no.
Um. Gorza, did you have anything you wanted to do?
Did Fleur's mom leave?
Nah,
Or
she's
she's
still present and being guarded.
Alright. No, I'll just eat some cake with Silvar and Turku, I suppose. And watch over Fleur to make sure she doesn't start crying again.
Yeah. You don't have much experience with makeup, though you do recognize she has been crying at least within the past hour, even though she has been cleaned up a bit.
Okay. I'm gonna move over and sit right between these two. And just look over at Fleur and say after she finishes a bite of cake, "Honey, are you okay?
Yes.
You look upset."
Well, Liv brought my mother here, and I'm quite certain you heard all the ruckus we caused.
Yeah, that was pretty hard to listen to. Can't imagine what it was like for you.
But at least Liv apologized for it.
Did your mom apologize for what she said to you?
Fleur not looking at you, just more looking straight ahead at the fireplace, shakes her head.
Fleur, I just want you to know you deserve better than that.
Yeah.
I hope you know that.
Danke, Goza. That's thank you.
Do you want something to drink, or are you done for the day?
Well, I
It
think
would take the edge off.
it would, but I don't like to drink alcohol, and I don't know if I can trust the beverages at the moment. So she said, looking in Liv's direction.
Liv is still trying to convince Sturbon to turn into an Allosaurus, bursting through the floor in Arson's realm.
But she mentioned that she wants me to destroy Arson's room.
She would eventually say, "It's fucking Arson's room, Sturbon. You're smarter than this."
See, now I'm smart enough to know not to do that. There's
Why?
always an ulterior motive with you.
What ulterior motive? My only motive is that I think it'd be funny to see Arson's reaction when he goes upstairs tonight.
It'd be pretty obvious that there's a hole in the ceiling. I don't think he's that blind.
Yes, but he is pretty high.
True, but maybe.
I mean, he doesn't even have to fall through the hole in the floor. Though that would be an added bonus.
I think I would prefer to stay on the Bertus's good side.
Wise decision.
Pussy.
Yes.
She says, going back to her cake.
He's the guy who brings the drink. It's best not to get poisoned.
Oh, look at me. It's susceptible to poison. La-di-da.
Yes, but you are susceptible to a spear through your chest.
Wouldn't be my first spear through my chest.
And probably not your last.
Yeah, I doubt it. I mean, me being able to heal myself aside, literally the person who gives me magic powers is here tonight.
Live, be on your best behavior.
What? I don't think my best behavior involves an attempted murder.
No, it doesn't. And if I had known you were going to do that sooner, I would have told you to be on your best behavior earlier.
Yeah, frankly, I figured you'd know me better by now.
The only time when we're together is for book club.
Okay, you read my fucking spell itineraries, right?
Yes.
So, you do know what I tend to get up to when you're not watching me.
Yes.
Okay, again, point being is that you should have known better. That being said, don't pretend like you wouldn't do the same.
But hey, on the bright side, we got another person joining our book club.
Oh shit, did you actually crack that shell that's Anari?
Not a Nari, but might be able to get his cleric if you are lucky.
That doesn't narrow it down. He's the most popularly worshipped god in all of fucking Japan. Also,
His cleric
whatever the
here.
Oh, that does narrow it down a bit. That being said, are you really sure Fleur would actually go to the Nine Hells for book club?
Maybe. If you don't
Look,
tell her that's where it's going to be. Besides, we have an Archfey going.
Look, I might be brave and or stupid enough to waltz right into my previous employer's realm just to come for a monthly book club. Do you think Fleur is? Like, real talk, Anana.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Okay, I feel like this is something I should tell her.
It would be the first thing you tell her.
Well, this one does directly affect whether or not she lives or dies, and if said death results in her eternal damnation in a pit of flames. You know, like a fitting in for like me or Daehoon or Sturbon, but not Fleur.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, she's actually no. I've made her sin. She's the closest one to the only one without sin in the Order of the Swan. She looks over at Sturbon. I know what you did last Tuesday. Be quiet.
What did I do last Tuesday?
All you do is either sleep, be a dog, or sin, Sturbon.
I think that's false.
Look, all I'm saying, Sturbon, is make sure you're in dire wolf form when you die. Because as everyone knows, all dogs go to heaven.
I think that's one way of.
Oh no! Like that's a legitimate strategy to get out of like eternal torment in the Nine Hells.
So you're saying all druids who die as direwolves get to go to heaven?
Yeah, no matter like what morbid atrocities they committed in life. Now, just ask Kevin.
We've lost
That's
way too many souls to that.
Yeah, no, like we legally cannot touch you if you're a dog when you die.
good to know.
Of course, it's really hard because you either wild shape drops because you go unconscious or you're polymorphed.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's no saving Daehoon's soul.
What?
Daehoon, you got possessed by a demon for the better part of like 20 years. You're going straight to fucking hell, man.
Which one?
Well, Phlegethos. It's usually the one where we torment, people in fiery pits for all eternity.
But that doesn't make sense. It was a demon.
Yeah, but the demon led you to sin. And now that the demon's not currently residing within you, your soul's free game.
Okay. Don't I serve a hummingbird god of
Yet,
blood?
that does not matter.
I'm going to talk to him about that. Anybody wants more cake? Is there more cake?
Yes.
More cake. Okay.
There's far too much cake, Daehoon.
Cake. Dane's going to get cake and eat more cake.
Frankly speaking, I think here in another half hour, I'm gonna have to take this shit outside and give it to the masses.
Well, you know that. Yes?
Do any of you have a spell to do all these dishes? She shouts across the room.
Yeah, I technically do, but I'm not going to.
Why the hell not?
Personal reasons. And let's leave it at that.
Oh, and what are those personal reasons?
Oh, you know the fucking personal reasons. I'm trying not to spoil the surprise.
There's a surprise?
Not for you.
Oh.
Oh, it's
Shut
then I don't need to be here.
Well, yeah, you don't have a spell to do the dishes.
You okay? That's just mean.
It's a point of fact.
No, this surprise doesn't happen to be like your last one, would it?
Which one? The flaming volcanic island that I did for one of my exes in admiration, or the dislocating a noble woman's jaw in broad daylight?
the latter.
Okay, good. So you have no clue about the flaming volcanic island.
Talking about Krakatoa.
Actually, Tambora.
So that was your fault.
Yeah, Krakatoa's the return gift.
Ouch.
Yeah, I know, right? I literally caused a year without the summer for this girl, right? And she just returns my admiration by some little shitty explosion.
An explosion that destroyed the island.
Yeah, but it's not year without a summer.
Would you have rather it been the KT extinction?
Actually, yes. A thin ring of iridium lining the planet would have been nice. Actually, hold up. She writes something down. Note to self: do not give Fleur a ring of iridium that causes the extinction of large reptiles. She
That's an
would.
important reminder.
She will underline the last line. Would not appreciate.
Or would you rather go with the Permian Triassic extinction?
Yes. What fucking part of this don't you understand? Before you ask, yes, I would have also accepted the Triassic Jurassic or the Ordovician extinctions. Frankly, any mass extinction is just a beautiful display of love.
Oh, why not ask for a supernova in that case?
Well, don't be fucking absurd. Soul isn't big enough to do that.
Wait, you're talking about? No, not that. No, that wouldn't happen because that's the player's user and not the character. So I'm pretty sure that would apply as well.
Liv will flip pages in her Book of Shadows and then write down, note to self: don't give Flora a mass extinction event. Would not appreciate.
Underlines it 3 times.
Oh yes.
Was there anything more you wanted to say to Fleur, Gorza?
No, she'll just pat her on the head and say, "Keep your head up, kid." Then she'll move back over to these people.
I'm so glad we finally got a real party mom and not whatever the fuck is going on with Fleur and Liv.
I mean, until... Well, if Liv and Fleur get married and adopt Arson, then she literally is the only party mom.
Party mom is a symbolic title.
Yes, but in her
One-
case, it would go beyond literal, or it would go beyond figurative to literal.
One that has now been passed on to Gorza.
Yes.
Anyways, yeah, so,
Anything else that y'all would want to get taken care of for the remainder of the day?
Hey, wait, Libertas, you're a wizard, yeah?
A lizard? No, a wizard, yes.
Well, yeah, I'm not calling you fucking Mark Zuckerberg over here. Right, you don't know who that is. You don't know who that is. Okay, point being is that, do you want to help me commit... Do you want to help me commit the taboo that is human transmutation so I can give Fleur a Philosopher's Stone?
May I ask why?
It's
And for what purpose?
It's a pretty jewel, and as long as we don't tell Fleur that it's powered by human souls, I think she'll appreciate it. Look, if you don't want to do it, I'll just ask Sturbon.
You think he's going
What?
to want to do that?
Honestly, knowing Sturbon 50-50 shot.
And what makes you think he can do that?
Old druid magics? I don't fucking know. Hey, Sturbon,
Yeah.
do you want to commit the taboo that is human transmutation?
Why are we doing human trained? Why?
To create a philosopher's stone.
You may not want to shout across the bar because I'm pretty sure that okay, Fleur is slightly further away than Cerebon, but she is still pretty close.
Look, I'll get closer. Hold up. To what she will walk past. And go over to Sturbon. Okay, so basically, right, we just set up a massive transmutation circle, harvest a bunch of people's souls, and turn them into a pretty rock that can, more or less create matter from nothing.
And I'm guessing that's very taboo.
Oh yes, it's the one taboo in the transmutation school. Do not commit human transmutation. Cost one
I'll
poor
have
kid an
to
arm and a
pass.
leg.
Have to pass on that matter.
Well, neither of us are human.
Yeah, but I feel it is a bit morally wrong unless we do it to a bunch of murderers.
Oh, fair point. Hey, Daehoon, do you want to get in this human transmutation shit with us?
What?
Yay or nay?
What is transi? Oh, right. Swiss
Magic.
cheese.
No, that's grenade.
Swiss cheese.
Well, I mean, I suppose hypothetically you can turn like cheddar into Swiss using transmutation. But what we're doing is a little bit above that.
Do you need me?
Yeah,
Why?
you're very helpful in this regard. Well, Daehoon, it's called human transmutation. Neither of us are humans.
Do they mean anything ill upon Daehoon? I mean, aside from the usual.
That does not at all beat Liv's bare minimum for persuasion. I do not even have to roll for Liv.
I still don't trust you guys. Can't you pick somebody else? Are there any other humans in here?
Alright, fine.
Yeah, there are. Wait, hold on. Yeah, there are. One, two, three. Four. There are at least 4 humans, or not. 8. Well, appear to be 8 humans. No, 4.
Oh.
4. All these kids look like, or these 3 kids look like half elves, and that lady looks like an elf.
Oh. Do the other humans look like they could handle transmutation?
2 of them are your artificers, your ship's artificers. One is Brand. The other is
guy.
the other is the wizard in the Golden Horde.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to, go use Brand.
No, Brand wouldn't work for this.
Why?
Stipulation on no people who vore other people's souls to live in a naturally long period of time.
Okay, fine. But promise me. I want a contract.
You want a contract?
I want to
Or
see what you can do in a
taboo thing.
contract. A really simple, I want it like one paragraph at most.
She looks over at her mother and like, is this motherfucker serious?
Can you
I just
even
want to see what
read
happens.
a contract?
I don't
Gosh dang. I can read.
think you can read a contract though.
Fine, spit one out and I'll see what I can make of it.
I really don't think you want me to write up a contract for you, Daehoon.
I don't just give me a contract that you've signed with another person.
She will just turn back to her mother and aunt like, this motherfucker serious.
Sounds
That is
like
most
it.
unwise of you.
All right. She will switch to Fantasy Greek to talk to her mother, and presumably her aunt knows the language too. Go, all right, so how badly should I screw him over for asking this stupid of a question?
I know what you're saying, idiot.
You don't know Greek.
It's fantasy Greek. I thought that was infernal.
No,
Oh.
Infernal's another language. Infernal's closer to Latin, if anything.
Okay, then I take back my words.
Like, high screw over, low screw over, somewhere in between.
Minimum.
Minimum. Damn, I expected more from you, Auntie.
Well, look. He's not part of my business. He's a part of yours.
I mean, true, but like,
And I'm just looking out for you. You don't want to hurt your own business, now do you?
I mean, tearing his soul from his mortal body and like casting it into the abyss would hurt our bottom line. I'm not saying that far.
Do you really want to? Is your rivalry that bad?
It's pretty bad.
Well, if you want to fellow it, I'd say make amends, but
Yeah, you know that's fucking impossible for our family.
on both sides, yes.
Yeah, like no fucking way. Okay. All right, cool.
By the way, how did things go up there?
Shockingly well, all things considered. It could have gone a lot worse.
Well, you still have all your limbs. You don't appear to be
Yeah.
injured.
Yeah, I'm genuinely surprised and low key a bit grateful. Anyways, yeah, let me just give Daehoon a really fun surprise. She says, conjuring a quill and pulling out a piece of her contract parchment, and we'll write up a contract that I will have to decide the monkey's paw fine print later. But in essence, it's sort of just promising that on Liv's behalf, she will not cause physical harm to you. If they
Yeah,
hit,
this is crap. Yeah, this is bad. This has so many workarounds. Try again. He's gonna slide it back over to you.
Liv just looks over at him, looks at her contract, and then looks over at him and is like, and then we'll whisper to Servon and is like, I don't think he understands what the term a legal loophole is. All right. I don't
You never know.
think Daehun speaks legalese.
True.
I know Infernal. How legalese? That is legalese.
Okay,
Well,
legalese
yes, but
is-
actually no.
So, I think whenever Lunar says legalese, she's talking about like how even though we speak English, we wouldn't necessarily know what the law specifically says.
Yeah,
I
if
know,
you
and
ever
I'm countering that. Devils literally they make such convoluted laws they need to have that as their common speech. But it's up to you, DM, so you decide.
I mean, how
if
do I
it's
put
written
this?
in Infernal, sure.
Okay.
Liv A is not writing this in Infernal, but also I want to point out in a literal plane of existence full of lawyers, Liv is the lawyer for them. So if anything, Infernal legalese makes it just even more bullshit.
Okay. Then make it readable for Daehun.
It's in common. You can read it.
Daehun is again look at it and be like, no, I can't. Try again.
No, I know damn well you can read this. Not
Nope.
well, but you can.
No, I don't know what half of these words mean.
And that sounds like a you problem.
Okay. And finding a human is a you problem.
Not necessarily.
Then find a human. Go away. I want more cake. I want to be left alone. I don't want magic to happen to me. He is going to get more cake.
Alright, time to have magic happen to Daehun, Sturbon. He is keenly aware I can just charm him, right?
Mm.
Yeah,
She
you're
is
probably going to
posing
have a more difficult time charming him, considering he's a paladin, and he's reached that point where he can add his charm to his
Well,
saves.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's necessarily going to be easy. I'm just saying I physically can. Hell, I'm pretty sure half of the people in this room could probably charm Daehun if they set their mind to it.
Are you going to do it, though? That's
You
not
can
me. Or sorry, that's
charm
not
some of your
Daehun. That's me
girlfriend.
as a player.
Depends.
Then do it quick. He's getting more cake.
Oh, Liv will let him get the cake.
Okay, then he's going to come
she's
back and sit down and eat cake.
she's not an asshole.
Anyone else want to take care of things for the remainder of the day? Besides celebrations? Because I really don't think any of you care about me trying to come up with and describe presents.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
That's okay.
As long as
Good.
there's at least one sharp object being presented.
I don't think we can give Fleur a fucking knife.
Although I would like to know what
Andrea,
she.
though, yeah, probably.
I would like to know the type of thing Fleur would like, because I don't know her very well. Like what she would ask for in a present, but you don't need to come up with like all the presents.
So, well, she likes books. Audrey got her a ridiculously long tapestry.
Nice, nice.
Trying to think. Oh, these two, though, really, you could probably tell it was mostly this guy, gave Fleur and actually Silvar paintings. It looks to be painting. Well, Gorza wouldn't necessarily know this, but Liv, Sterbon, and Dehun could probably guess that this was are paintings of their time with them, or their time with the eclipse.
Oh,
Aw.
Hmm.
Oh dear God.
I will have to think on that more. But
No, that's good. That's good.
yeah,
Thanks. Just had no idea what she would hope for.
I mean, I would say she likes flowers, but I don't think that relates to Gorza. I think that would relate more to Liv and her plans.
Oh yeah, probably.
Uh, anyone else with rest of the day festivities that they really want to get taken care of?
No, not today.
Starabon?
Nope, nothing to do.
Dayhood?
nope. Just sort of avoiding Liv, as usual.
And the day will eventually come to a close. Gorza, if you want to get that conversation with Dagmar, and this would probably be your last chance as they're leaving.
I thought about it and it probably wouldn't make a difference, so I will abstain from doing so.
So, they're well, probably close towards evening. As people are departing, all three of the sisters would be at the entrance saying, like, "Thank you for coming." Libertas would be over there as well because he's kind of the host of the party. It's Harmony out of the way. Is kind of awkward for her. Liv, how close would you be staying to Fleur?
Depends on how close the cop gets.
There would be a few times where the not cop would get close, and
Then-
the feeling of paranoia grows in intensity every time it
Then-
gets close.
Yeah, Liv would be like connected at the fucking hip each time the cop shows up. Like with Dagmar, she would be keeping her distance.
Like passively guiding her away from him.
Just sorta, yeah.
So okay, so as when Vierna and Dagmar actually exit the tavern, you would hear Fleur say, "Okasan." And a second later, you would hear, if I have that on
Yes.
here.
No.
Darn, I
Starborn,
don't.
you're talking to your inner demons again.
You would hear the words that she uses for Eldritch Blast go off.
Oh dear.
And would you actually be right there, or would you be right next to Fleur?
Well, as soon as Dagmar leaves, she'd probably inch over closer again, but like, not when Dagmar's in the bar. Liv knows damn well what she did, and she doesn't regret it, but she knows to keep her distance.
So let's say you get to probably a little bit closer to the door, and these two probably about that far away. That would probably be a bit closer to right there.
Neat.
When you hear Fleur call her mother, which she turn around, if you hear the words Fleur uses for Eldritch Blast, you see the two bolts go off. Looks like they're going to hit her, but almost at the last second, both of them veer away, and you can see the wind toss her hair a little bit before Fleur turns around and comes inside.
Liv, like, actively has, like, cure wounds at the ready before just dispelling it before she could cast it. Like, oh dear God.
Nani?
Nothing, Fleur, nothing. To which she'll whisper to Libertas in front of going, Did I cause that?
I don't know.
I really don't want to be the one responsible for having Fleur attempt to murder her mother.
I
I don't
don't
know how to feel about that.
I don't think that was an attempt of murder. I think that was a show of force. That she could do it, but she's not going to.
Well, I suppose that's better. Because I really don't think I. Because I really don't think I can. Yeah, I really don't think I can outrun Vienna if I have to heal Dagmar.
Well, at that point, you would be socially outcast from this country and not just legally outcast.
Well, I mean, I would have been doing the right thing. For once.
Yes, but
I mean, okay, yeah, I'm not saying you'd excuse my actions earlier in the day, but like, still.
well, crisis averted, maybe.
I don't know. I. On the one hand, I feel like I should teach Fleur the wonderful world of knives. On the other hand, I'm worried she might actually murder her mom if I do so. Maybe I should just talk with the two sisters.
Do you go talk with them?
She'll just let the air settle down a bit in the tavern again before she will, especially since people are leaving.
Well, that was interesting, Teresia says.
Yeah, so, quick, huddle,
Well, I'm removing tokens.
So, like, oh god, the police are here. Not just you. Oh wait, I think the cop left. Never mind. Okay, so, quick question.
Yes.
Should I introduce Fleur to knives?
I think she's well aware of knives.
Well, I mean that more in a, like, stabbing your, paternal figure. Well, I guess in her case, paternal figure. Until, like, their heart stops, beating and all bodily functions cease.
Okay, let me ask you this. What is knives in this case?
Liv will pull out, a knife. There's an infernal rune on it that looks like it should match up with two other ones. The, I had a shitty childhood, so I'm gonna take it out on you with lethal force knife. She points over at Sorath. She has abandonment issues, and, that one... Sorath, what's the name of your knife again? Emotional trauma! Thank you! You know, sisterly things. Because, like, I mean, if you really want to stab your mom in the gut until she stops breathing, I'm sure you can convince my sisters and I to, like, part with our knives to give to you. But I'm genuinely concerned because that's not like Fleur. She looks over at Andrea. Again, you probably, but not Fleur.
Okay, so for your clarity's sake, this one's Teresia, that one's Andrea. Andrea's the more what's the word?
Isn't Andrea the one that's more likely to stab a bitch?
No, Teresia is the one that would be more standoffish. That's the word. More standoffish. Andrea is the more friendly one.
Cool. Then Teresia, not Andrea. Point being, it's not in Fleur's, like, character.
No, and what makes you think that we would do that? We are not your family. At least, not
Well,
yet.
don't get me wrong. You're very lovely ladies. Andrea, you less so, you're kind of nice. Teresia, you give me the vibe that you'll stab a bitch for the slightest insult.
Well, I'm more likely to do that, yes.
And I don't mean this, like, in a vibe that I get from my sisters as much as a vibe that I get from, like, fucking Brand.
What?
Oh, don't act like you wouldn't stab a bitch.
I do it on a daily basis.
See?
What's your point?
I mean, that's mildly disconcerting, but I was more making a point for Teresia here, not you.
They're dead?
What?
I stab people that are dead, just to clarify. I am a doctor after all, and I do research.
Didn't you massacre an entire monastery?
I don't know if I should be glad or not that you remember that.
Yeah, I pay attention sometimes. And I would hardly forget your best work, Rand.
Hardly my best work.
I'm sorry, did you have another massacre you're more proud of? I will take no, but now's not the time. Okay, so point being is that, like, yay or nay on giving you guys knives?
As what, a birthday present? No.
Actually, more in a fucked up passing of the torch.
I think we'll pass on it this year.
Cool. I mean, I did tell Fleur, like, she's gotta wait just a little bit longer, so, you know, your younger sibling can come to term and all that jazz. Cause, like, yeah, sure, Kevin helped me run diagnostics, and that the baby would have been fine had I accidentally killed your mother, but it wouldn't have been pretty.
You really think that a office worker knows biology? Ha!
Yeah, I do. You are aware Kevin went to school for biology, right? He could, I mean, like, yeah, sure. Unfortunately, there were no jobs in his field in the Nine Hells. It's a very fierce job market. So he had to go into middle management, which frankly is an all too common case. But he does have his PhD in biology.
And I have a doctorate.
A PhD is a doctorate.
That was me mishearing. Or not connecting.
Anyways, so, you know. Well, then, cool. You two weren't planning on casting any potentially hazardous cantrips that could kill a bitch, right? So I think we've all had enough of that tonight.
I think we have.
Poggers, do what you'll go over to rejoin with Fleur, leaving presumably everyone in the general vicinity confused on what the fuck Poggers meant.
Yeah, probably. I think night would come. You would eventually retire to your various places of residence. Oh, yes, I just remembered at least one of Fleur's gifts from the female crew of the Steel Swan. Fleur would have gotten what appears to be captain's uniform.
No, yeah, Liv,
It looks even more formal than Daehoon's.
Liv would have whispered over to Gorza and go, "Don't worry, I put your name on the tag too."
Oh, you're such a doll.
Yeah, I know you got here too late to, like, actually help on this.
I owe you one.
I'm just gonna take that at face value and say thank you instead of doing what I normally do and literally hold you to that for the rest of eternity.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not judging.
I don't know if that's what I gotta do as much as what I generally do. For instance, Dave who knows me one, and I will literally always hold that over him.
What does he owe you one for? Just out of curiosity.
Chaining up and detaining his soul demon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty big one.
And somehow he still hates you?
Yeah, I know, right?
That's not cool.
Yeah, fuck him. Not literally. honestly, actually, no, maybe literally.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I might want to disembowel him, but I know that he's a good looker.
Yeah, I'd never admit that to him, though.
Not in the slightest. I have, however, told Sturbon to his face that he's hot.
Because everyone in this party has at least a 14 charisma.
Speaking of which, hey Sturbon, weekly reminder, you're hot. I mean that both figuratively and literally. Your tail's on fire.
What?
Staravon, it's okay. You can take the compliment.
But also, I would put out that tail fire. You're looking like a fucking Charmander.
Yeah, that's what I was at. That's what I was.
Look, I get it. It happens from time to time with us tieflings.
Yeah, Daehun is gone home. The rest of you go off to your rooms, or Cerebon's case is tree.
I would think Audrey's actually like staying at the castle or some other noble estate.
Yeah, probably.
Even though she literally is probably the only one who A, will pay Libertas, and B, can afford whatever the fuck the Order of the Swan's tab is now. She's not contributing to this shit.
No. And you gotta give Fleur her final gift, Liv.
No, that's for the second night.
Ah,
But
I see.
yeah,
All right. The night passes without incident.
I would say, holy shit, the first time we get a good night's sleep in a while, but I don't fucking sleep.
Yeah, and what's up with these drawings your girlfriend made yesterday?
I'm not sure, it's mildly disconcerting, and I have yet to bring it up. Maybe it's her sleep paralysis demon.
She has 2 sleep paralysis demons.
It's not impossible.
And what about these 3 figures? You want to bring that up with the rest of the party?
Let's maybe not bring this up with Daehun.
Okay, why exclude him? He's part of your group, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's also a bit stab happy.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't care.
Look, if we need him to...
I may own you, but I don't care.
Again, you don't own me. You might be trying to hostily take over our company, sure, but you legally do not own me. I am somebody else's slave, bitch.
Well, you do you.
Hey, you understand, it's just warlock things.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, no, Gorza and Sturbon, totally. Yeah, no, they deserve to know about this. Daehun, let's only tell him in the event that he has to stab someone.
Let's Fleur's sisters would definitely not be here today. They'd probably be out partying. Also, I forgot that I placed a wall in the doorway.
Did?
Incredible.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's a design choice.
Ah,
Libertas boards up all the windows and keeps the door behind a wall without any clocks, so people lose track of time and will drink more.
just like casinos.
Yeah,
Right, the real reason why why the Las Vegas Strip was underground casino.
believable.
Interesting.
Yes, you have another day's worth of celebration that you can all do.
Cool. Early enough in the morning before celebrations truly get underway because presumably hangovers.
Yeah.
Liv would gather Gorza, Fleur, and Sturbon and explicitly exclude Daehoon.
Well, if it's early enough, I
Yeah.
don't think Daehoon would even be up at that time.
No, yeah, he's still sleeping in his own bed.
Cool.
His own house.
Yep.
You fucking
Nice.
nerd. Fucking
Daehoon
nerd.
doesn't have a room here?
No, Daehoon closed
Oh.
out his tab.
I
Why
paid
not?
off- yeah, I paid off my tab and left.
God, he owns. He's a homeowner now.
Oh, wow.
He's flexing on like millennials everywhere.
Flexing on
Now, come on.
Californians.
No, come on. Sit down. Let's discuss something without Daehoon because, God, I'm not including Daehoon in this conversation.
What's up?
Trust me. Just trust me. Actually, wait. Silver, you might want to show up for this too.
Okay, fine. Let's go to a bigger table than the 4-seater.
Yeah, I realize this now. Okay, but the point stands is that you might want to see this too. Someone get over here. So, Fleur, did you see some things last night?
Well, not last night, but yesterday, yeah.
Cool. Can you confirm and or deny that these are your sleep paralysis demons?
I can deny that.
Okay, cool. So this is much more terrifying. What the fuck is this?
Well, I got talking with Elrahil, and he said that when I get visions, I should probably either write them down or see if I can recreate them in drawing format.
Yeah, no, that's helpful. But that's not what I more so mean. I mean, what the fuck is this? She points to the two shadowy figures and whatever the fuck is going on with the three other people.
I don't know. It was it looked like this was really this was only part of a vision. Really, I had two, but see, this one I'm pretty sure happened in the past, because it looked like it was taking place on an island. With these creatures or aberrations, whatever they were. Looks like they were attacking something, and then these three individuals appeared and started fighting them off.
Neat.
This one should point to one of the figures that looks like an ASMR. Pretty sure that one is Paladin as the Goliath. Sinkva's a barbarian? I don't know what Shiva's.
Okay. Quick question, Starpon.
Yes.
Is nature now just producing smoke monsters?
What?
Is nature now just like producing smoke monsters? Is that a thing nature is doing now?
I think it'd be more like mist monsters, water and stuff, not
I mean, smoke is
smoke.
still a naturally occurring thing,
True.
but so what you're saying is that you never don't know that nature's doing this shit. Cool.
Well, you could do either a history or a nature check, Sterbon.
I can do. Yeah, I can try a nature check. Let's see.
Uh,
22.
no, nature is not producing these things. You know
Alright,
that,
so no.
I'm sure.
Cool.
So,
Look, it's worth checking up. Nature's produced fucking owl bears. I'm just saying. Alright. Well, what's the other vision for?
Well, the other vision was. It involved us, I think. May have taken place up in the mountains. But, we were on a ridge. These, giant things were below us, and these smoky things were above us. And behind these smoky things was a large tree that I haven't seen before.
Okay, follow up. Massive tree, Sturbon. That is still a thing nature is doing, yes?
what?
Really fucking big trees?
Yeah, that's a nature thing.
Okay, cool. Well, neat. Mildly disconcerting, but neat.
Actually, Esther, when Fleur mentions that this mentions this tree, it kind of sends a shiver down your spine.
Really?
Yes.
Well then, I'm glad to know trees are still a thing in the near
Yes.
future. Servon didn't fuck up miraculously, and trees just went extinct. Cool. Well then, if that's everything, let's see. Other esoteric bullshit that we need to discuss at the table here today. Gorza, have you gone through any stages of adventure or puberty?
Can you elaborate on that?
Getting weird visions, limbs turning into water, demonic possession, seeing the future, that sort of thing.
I can answer this for you, Gorza. You have, you felt like something terrible has happened way past the sunrise. But you're something terrible, almost like a betrayal of some kind. But you're not exactly sure why or how this came to be, or why you're even feeling it in the first place.
Liv, it's funny you mentioned that because I have a really bad feeling about something. I don't know if it's just, adventure anxiety. But I've never really felt like this before. We don't necessarily have to talk about it, seeing as it's probably a personal issue.
Well,
but since you asked...
Okay, so that either could be adventure or puberty, or, as you pointed out, adventure anxiety. or the sheer number of magic uses in your general vicinity have just sort of like fucked up your third eye. That's also a possibility.
Is it a possibility that there is some kind of logical reasoning behind it?
Well, I mean, define logical here. Are we operating within the laws of physics or the laws of magic, which can send half demonic cat girls from the future back in time?
But I don't think she understands either.
Uh,
But don't let me speak for you.
Yes.
oh fuck, fair point. Either way, I like are we working within what should be logically natural constraints or not?
I meant as in
Because like,
anxiety, feeling like something really bad is going to happen or has happened.
well, I mean, yeah, like that could just be psychology.
Oh, okay. So like it's all in my head?
Well, it either could be all in your head or not at all.
Well, why don't you try to explain it? Is it like a feeling that you're getting?
Yes, it's a feeling and it's also an intuition. Does that make sense?
Okay, so that's either like paranoia and or paranoid schizophrenia, or there's something legitimately fucked up,
Uh,
and for some reason you're picking up like magical residue.
Wait, Steban, how do you know when something is happening in nature?
Do tell.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can just speak to rocks.
Just ask a tree, I guess.
So,
You get a
Yeah,
feeling.
so once you there was some scenes that happened that you were confident about something that was going on far away, didn't you?
I mean, trees have like very interconnected root systems, especially when you bring like mushrooms into it.
Can go from that.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Stretch entire continent sometimes.
this feeling was this intuition. Was it how would you describe it?
I'm not sure how to describe it other than I just feel like something bad has
Is it
happened.
like something bad has happened?
like
Yes.
Where?
like are you feeling this intuition more in your heart or like your soul, Gorza?
What's the difference?
To be honest, I'm not sure how one would tell the difference, and I'm not sure if we even have souls, Liv.
Oh no, we objectively have souls. Here, do you want to see? Liv will pull out one of the human souls she has in her bag of hold in her briefcase in her bag of holding and shake it around a bit so it starts screaming for Gorza.
Oh my god,
Jeez.
stop!
Why would you do that?
Liv will put it back away.
The fuck
And
was that?
Why
I
do you
hear that.
even carry those things around still?
What do you think I'm really going to give them to fucking Fierna? Do you really think I can waltz up to like her fucking house and be like, "Hey, I know I quit before I gave my last quota. Here's my quota for the quarter," and expect to just waltz away?
Honestly, I don't know.
Actually, there is a non-zero chance I could pull that off,
But
but I'm not willing to test that.
Look, I'm just gonna say, given this new information and the fact that I have never felt like this, I'm inclined to pay attention to it, but
Yeah, well, you know, I suppose,
If you think that you need help, Elbrahil is apparently trained as a therapist.
true. I mean, if you think it's psychological, like, if you're feeling this shit in your heart, not your soul, then totally. If you're feeling this shit in your soul, though, like, we might need a priest.
Hold
Yeah, you know what? Forget it.
on. Fleur is going to close her eyes and look like she enters into a meditative state. Before opening her eyes wide. I can't believe that. Um,
Mm,
well,
mm,
so I she'll pull the piece of paper that had the drawings of the three individuals closer to her. I saw these three again fighting, so it looks like they've fighting a bunch of people and losing.
so they couldn't pull the old Dynasty Warriors on the situation. Cool.
Well,
Right,
there was
right. Silver's the only one here who's played Dynasty Warriors besides me.
uh, it also looked like they've defending a crystal or a dragon made of crystal.
Well, that doesn't necessarily narrow shit down, right,
But
Fleur?
there was a lot of destruction.
I mean, crystalline dragons do just kind of exist. Fuck, we bullied one once. Had the terrifying experience of being absorbed into Sturbon.
That was an amethyst. This is more like
Like, does it not have a fucking biology?
I
Is it
I
just
don't know.
crystal?
It looks like white crystal.
Okay, well, fine then, fine. Let's just quickly change the subject to well, we're still talking about dragons. So, dragon gods, yeah.
What about him?
Well, we still need to find the fucking herald. She looks over at Silver. Apparently, the bitch just crawled out of the fucking woods.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that.
I find that highly unbelievable. You are a kobold.
You want to roll insight on him?
Sure.
Like, are you active? Are you gonna like try to look at him to see if he's hiding something, or are you just going to take that at face value?
I mean, she'll like take a closer look because he's a fucking charlatan and she knows that he lies as he breathes, just like her. But also, racially speaking, it makes no goddamn sense. 1 second. I can click properly. With the insightful lion. Yeah. Liv continues her trend of not being insightful.
Wow. Just wow. Wait, hold it. That's not you're not proficient in that, are you?
No, I'm not. I just get jack of all trades on it.
Good. Because he beat you by 1.
Okay, well, I don't fucking trust you. You lie as you fucking breathe. And racially, it makes no goddamn sense. But, you know what? I'm not even gonna bully you about this right now, Silvar.
He looks to be truthful.
Because, we have somebody from the literal future here. So, person from the literal future, I know I asked you not to give us spoilers, but, like, can you give us spoilers?
Casimir,
Cool.
why?
Do you know who the Herald of the Dragon Gods is?
Yes?
Great. Who was it?
I'm not going to give you spoilers.
Honey? Sweetheart? I'm explicitly asking you to give me spoilers.
I don't think you should in this case.
I'm going to keep pressing you on this.
Liv, don't.
Fleur, you know as well as she does how insistent I can be. Here, why don't you, she'll use prestidigitation to make it like an invisible ink pen and hand over a piece of paper to Harmony and go, fine, write your spoilers in that. That way, if we willingly want to get spoiled, we can willingly get spoiled, and you don't have to speak it out loud. Cool?
She'll narrow her eyes at you before taking the pen and writing on it.
Thank you.
Then she'll say, she'll mutter something. I think Cerebon, you're the only one that's closest to it, but you don't know what she's saying because she's saying in Draconic.
Wonderful.
Okay. Well, we can see if these spoilers get anywhere. And, I will bully you, Silver, at a later date, don't worry. Fortunately for you, it's currently Fleur and his sister's birthday still, so you have 48 hours before the proverbial Majora's Mask moon crashes into you.
Great, so I just need to find the Ocarina of Time and Groundhog's Day myself.
I wouldn't count on that happening, but pop off.
Hey,
Okay.
what's this last vision? Fleur. It was this woman. She was in a cabin in the woods. It looked like the ones, like not totally in the Monte Scalati, but just south of them.
Do you recognize said woman?
Only it's that she was the same one in my latest 3 visions. She was alone.
Cool. So
She looked
not
incredibly
necessar-
sad, though.
so not necessarily the ghost we helped lay to rest using Daehun's helmet.
No. So, that woman was a ghost and was an elf.
Well-
This lady is obviously an Asima.
Well, I mean, okay, fair enough, but I'm just going to point this out. Like, all ghosts were once alive, definitionally speaking. Which, again, Gorza is just more proof that we have souls. They will also scream at you. Fun fact.
How do I know that was a soul and not just some kind of demon?
Or an illusion.
Well, I mean, do you want to
Yes.
see like some weird or fucked up shit? She'll pull out the like mason jar she was keeping, whatever the fuck was in arson before she replaced it with his soul, and like pull it out for Gorza. I have no fucking clue what this is. I still have to ask Kevin.
Well, that's not convincing.
I mean, this is explicitly not a soul. I have no fucking clue what this is, but I can tell you that much.
I couldn't tell you either, but that's some weird shit you have there.
Yeah, I don't want to open the jar out of fear of releasing some eldritch monstrosity, the likes of which the world has never seen.
Understandable.
Actually, wait, hold up. She'll hold it in front of Swan. Are you getting really weird fucking vibes from this?
Yeah, man.
From what?
The mason jar full of the eldritch goop she pulled out of Arson.
No, you're not. You're not, Sturbon.
Alright, so no, nothing weird coming.
Cool, so I suppose in a technical sense it is natural. Which is somehow more disconcerting. Anyways, so yeah, we have day 2 of a party. Let's set a goal of less potential homicide cases. Preferably 0.
Hold on a minute.
That is a vow I will also hold myself to.
Liv, don't you think you're jumping the gun a little bit here? We should probably find out what to do about these visions, right?
Honestly, this isn't the first, and it won't be the last.
Well,
Let's just
technically it'd be the third, right?
actually, if we're counting total visions from Fleur, I think it's like the 5th. Point being, Gorza, is that, like, frankly speaking, we have time, and also no one knows what the fuck the Twin Divines are anymore. So,
There is no one important.
yeah. So, I mean, well, I'm all for us continuing to bully large, scary, fire-breathing lizards for information. Let's maybe not give Fleur the risk of fucking dying on her birthday party.
Alright. Brand is supposedly that old, isn't he?
Do you really want to strike up a conversation with the brand?
I don't. There's nothing stopping you from doing that.
Fair point. Fine, but I'm dragging Sturbon into it.
What?
There's nothing stopping you from doing it, and there's nothing forcing you to do it either.
Well, do you think... Okay. Show of hands. Who here wants to speak with the creepy plague doctor man?
If it'll give us answers, sure.
Oh, well, never mind. Sure, Gorza, if you want to speak with the creepy plague doctor man, please take this bullet for me.
I mean, I've never talked to him before, and he looks kind of scary.
Yeah,
I mean, I suppose
I'm not sure if this is just like a aura, like the natural aura he gives off, or if it's like a magical aura. It feels like temperature drops like 10 degrees whenever you're around him.
I think that's just him naturally.
What if we got Daehoon to do it?
I don't think we could physically convince Daehoon to go near Brand again.
Won't know until you try.
Does he take bribes?
Actually, he might. Not Daehoon, Brand. I mean, you can try bribing Daehoon, but Daehoon will never trust anything coming out of the palms of my hands. Especially after I showed him the quote-unquote demonic metal.
Speaking of Daehoon, what would Daehoon be doing?
I
think
bursting in the door right now.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Oh. Hey. She stops herself and looks at Gorza and goes, and leans in close and like points to her and Sturbon. That's our word.
Oh dear.
Before turning back, going. Hey, Daehoon, you want to see the demonic medal again?
If you do, I'll try my best to kill you.
She pulls out the mercury.
Daeun is going to pull out his sword and charge at her.
You do realize this will eat your sword, right?
He doesn't care.
I don't really want to throw this in your face, but I will if I have to.
Hey, stop!
What?
Daehoon, it's 8 in the morning. Put that thing away.
You know what? Fine. I'm just gonna. He's gonna point his sword at Liv and like waggle it in her face, and then he's gonna put it back. What? All right. The rest of you are okay. What's going on? You're all huddled.
If you don't want to see that demonic medal again, can you talk to Brand for us?
Okay, because nobody's talking, I guess I'll just go get some lunch. No, breakfast. It's breakfast.
Oh, Liv's talking to you.
Daehun,
Yes.
we have some questions that we would like you to ask Brand.
He's going to turn apprehensively to look at Brand.
Brand is not present.
Oh, never mind. Wait, I thought it was in the room. Anyway, he's going to turn apprehensively to look behind him to see if Brand is there.
No, he's not.
Back.
He's not here yet, Daehoon. But if
what do you want me to ask him?
Twin Divines bullshit, mostly.
Somebody really has to speak up because I'm hungry.
I am going to pour that mercury down your back.
Liv, stop it. Stuff about the Twin Divines.
Oh yeah, I like those guys.
I am going to give him so much cancer.
Liv?
Fuse his plate mail to his body.
So, what are these questions?
That is an excellent point. What are the questions we want to ask? What would want answered?
All right, you round all those up. I'm gonna go get some breakfast.
No, like seriously, 10 gold that I will run right over there and pour it down his back.
Silva, could you stand in between Liv and Daehoon so she doesn't do anything too drastic? Bitter? Fine, only because you said please.
Now that's disappointing. I frankly expected Silvar to be the one to give me the 10 gold. Though she did say please, so I get it, Silvar.
Hey, look, like that Audrey girl said yesterday that she's the nicest girl in the world.
Well, oh god, no. I would never say no when she's giving those Bambi eyes, but the point stands. So, yeah, I frankly loathe the Twin Divines for what they've done to us. So if you want to round out those questions, I have a date with a UV light and this piece of paper. Alternatively, a lemon. If anyone has a lemon on them, speak now.
Did you say a woman?
Yeah,
oh, I mean, I'll take one of those too, but I mean a lemon. You know, a small yellow fruit, slightly acidic.
You could probably ask Libertas.
I was mostly hoping Sturbon had one, given the whole druid thing, but I suppose, Sturbon, you don't have a lemon on you.
Nope.
Cool. She will use prestidigitation to make a UV light, raising the question of why the fuck she didn't do it to make a lemon. And will huddle over near Turku because Turku doesn't care enough to give spoilers to anyone else. And will look at the spoiler sheet.
Well, that. Well, I don't have to look up what languages Turku knows because he can read all scripts. Darn it!
Nice.
Yeah, high five Turku. Eyes of the Runekeeper. Woo.
Darn it!
So,
you can't read it because it's in Draconic.
hey, Turku, can you help me out here?
Yeah?
Right, what does it say?
It says a kobold in this room.
Well, if you're not... Are you the fucking Herald of the Dragon Gods? No, you're too slimy and tentacly.
I mean...
I would say no offense, but I don't think you take offense to being all slimy and tentacly.
No, but... What are you referring to by this? Herald of the Dragon Gods.
I figured you of all people know.
I am as close to being atheist as you can get in this world. Like,
well, I mean, okay, fair, but like you still know esoteric bullshit.
Hold on while I check Turku's character sheet so I can do a thing. Meanwhile, back at the other table while I'm doing this.
Daeun's gonna walk back with food. Do you have questions yet? Oh, and he's gonna sit in Liv's seat.
Yeah, we've got to ask the questions we want to ask. Really, I have my own questions, but they are more personal. The two of you are actually... Daeun, if you have any questions, you're welcome to add them to the list.
Okay. Is there a list sitting in front of him yet?
That would depend on whether Gorza or Cerebon have, written anything down.
If not, Daeun will pick something out of his bag, slap it on the table, pull out journal, ink, quill, start writing.
So Brand might know who the what's his name? The dragon something?
He might know something about the Dragon Gods, or he might know something about the Twin Divine.
What? Oh wait, Dragon Gods? Did I miss something?
Yeah, don't worry about it, Daeun. Something that a dragon told Myth Olivia and Cerebon, and I think Fleur while we got lost in a swamp.
Oh. Okay.
That seems like it
Cool.
might be important.
Okay. To ask Brand. Why are you so creepy? Okay, that's a good first question.
Oh, wait. Mood?
Yeah, let's open with that.
Okay.
Hey, Brand, what the fuck is your problem?
Right. Okay. Next question. Brand.
Do you know anything
Here, I'm gonna
about
roll
the
the
Twin
1d.
Divine?
Okay, do you know anything about the Twin Divine? And I'm gonna roll something for Daeun. Okay, and he's gonna write on the paper Brand. And he's putting Brand, period, in front of all of these questions. Can you attach another leg to the back of my neck? Okay, next.
Wait, what? Pardon?
Hmm?
The fuck did you just say?
Can Brand attach another leg to the back of my neck? Sorry,
Why?
a leg to the back of my neck. I do not have one there already. Yet.
Why would you want a leg to the back of your neck, though?
Exactly.
Think of the sleeping potential. All you have to do is lay back on 3 legs, and there you go. That would be amazing.
You know pillows exist, right?
That's stupid. Okay,
Are
fine,
you one
fine.
of those weird people who
He's gonna
sleep
cross
without
out.
pillows?
I sleep with a rock. He's gonna cross out the
Oh
leg
yeah,
thing.
yep. You're one of those weird people. Okay.
Brand. Can you add an elf eye to my forehead? There we go. That's a good one. That's a great one. Okay.
Okay.
Brand, do you know anything about this Dragon Herald God thing?
Okay. Now, just gonna say this for Alex and Ender, and actually pretty much all of you. I'm not gonna come up with any questions because I know all the answers.
Oh, understandable.
Okay,
Wait,
so we're thinking Twin Divine, right?
I have a question for the DM.
Yes.
Can you just briefly explain why Brand would know any of this? Like, what makes him so special?
So, Gorza wouldn't know because I
Yeah.
don't think anyone has even brought him up since she's been introduced. But Brand is he's essentially exploited the use of necromantic spells to extend his life for over 2,500 years.
Oh. Okay, that explains a lot.
Wait, and he's human?
Yes.
Okay, Brand, how do you achieve immortality?
You should ask him how he became such a fucking badass.
I just wrote that down on the paper.
I'm really curious. And I don't have the balls to ask him myself because he's really scary.
Yeah.
Sturbon, do you have anything?
Nope.
I think that was a no.
Yeah, it's a no.
All right, I think we're good. Oh, actually, one more thing. You should ask him if he knows anything about white crystal dragons.
Okay, so we've got why are you creepy? Tell us about the Twin Divine. Tell us about the Dragon Herald. Tell us about the crystal or white crystal dragons. Tell us about immortality. And tell us about attaching body parts.
I don't know about that last one. If you really have your heart set on it.
Hopefully, I'll have 2 hearts by the end of the exchange. So,
yeah. Does Liv get an answer from Turko or no?
In regards to what?
The Herald of the Dragon Gods bullshit, because he knows.
Oh.
Because as I pointed out,
Right.
he knows weird esoteric bullshit, even though he doesn't worship anything.
I mean, it's been a long time, but it's just a title that's passed on from herald to herald, to my knowledge.
Oh. Well, neat. Anyways, I have to go bully somebody about it, so, I mean, if you want to watch, I understand that you like that sort of shit, but, you know.
I could technically have the title even though no one's talked to me about it.
I suppose. No, I figured you would have, found that out by now.
Could be just that I didn't care enough to pay attention.
I mean, that's also valid knowing you. But, you know, since you're more or less just a big fucking question mark man, I'm gonna go bully the other kobold in the room and see if he knows anything.
The door opens and you can all almost feel a drop in the temperature in the room.
Oh fuck, he's here.
Hey,
Anyways,
how you
hold up.
doing?
I need to make sure that Dahun doesn't do anything too stupid. She'll leave and like sort of look over at Silver like, hey, so did Dahun add any weird questions?
Weird as in asking if you can attach any additional body parts.
Okay, cool. Is he trying to learn about necromancy?
Well, let me put it
All
this
right,
way. He
Brand.
asked how he became immortal and how he became badass is a single question.
Yeah, I think he's going
And
to try and learn about necromancy.
you know what
We
he
should-
is.
We should
Brand.
desperately stop him really quickly.
Okay, first question. I'm really sorry. Good morning. Why are you so creepy?
Oh dear gods. Off to a wonderful start.
It's one hell of a way of starting a conversation.
Anyways, well, Brand is mulling over that on whether or not he wants to kill Dahun. Fun times, guys. I don't think we need to ask Brand about the Herald to the Dragon Gods.
Well, good morning to you too.
Thank you.
Oh, good. He didn't just immediately murder Dahun.
He does have a cane in his hand, though.
Point being is that I think I've narrowed down who the Herald of the Dragon Gods is to 2 people, and
Yeah, good luck with that.
I'm gonna have to follow up with one of you. That being said, I think Dahun learning necromancy is a more pressing issue, guys.
Why I'm creepy, eh?
Yes, sir.
The people need to know. Hey.
Mostly because I try. I got a bit of inspiration from this literary figure called Ebenezer Scrooge.
Hmm.
Oh, damn. I
Well,
would have guessed SCP-049, but that works too.
I don't know the Scrooge character, or Scrooge. Anyway, it's hard to tell through the mask. I'm sorry. But I do have to commend you. You are very creepy. So I can tell you put a lot of work into it.
Yes, and also I tend to work with necromantic magic.
Right. Yeah, that actually leads into my next question. How do you become immortal as a human?
Well, say, taking a look at you, it would be difficult for you to do it. You would have to make friends with a lich and have them be willing to cast the spell Clone on you. And then you would just have to make sure that you not necessarily die of a natural death.
And are you a lich?
Oh, thank God, he used a more tame option.
I, myself, do not count on a technicality. A lich consumes souls of the living on a regular basis.
Well, that sounds horrible. Okay. How about this? Let's go sit down because I have a few more questions.
Very well.
Dahun will, I guess, lead him over to this table.
So,
Don't you want to go stop him?
Okay.
well, Brand
We
isn't
could
telling him how to
actually
become...
train French.
Yeah, besides, Brand isn't telling him how to become a you-know-what. Actually, you don't know what. No, she'll lean in closer to whisper to Silver. Goes, do you know what a fucking Death Knight is?
No?
Okay, well, imagine what's effectively a lich, but that lich was actually a paladin.
Okay, before you said that, I, as the player, did not know that those existed.
Yeah, those are an actual thing in the lore, and they're fucking terrifying.
Well, now I just have another goal.
To do that, you have to break your oath first, though.
This guy's oath is hanging by a thread. I am so bad at it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sticking with my oath at all. Oh well. Okay, next question, Mr. Sir, Brand, Guy. What can you tell me, about the Twin Divine?
The Twin Divine
Yes.
are old deities that really don't have any followers anymore. They were, suppose you could say, the patron deities of the empires of Mythosil and Bahazar. And yes, Astral Elf, they were empires. Don't think I didn't catch your... Or don't think I didn't recognize you from the portraits that they had in the monasteries.
Is he shouting that across the room, or?
He is shouting that at
Presumably?
Melrun.
Okay.
Yes. Melrun looks surprised.
Okay. Old deities. Oh, side question. Can deities age?
Not in the way that you think. Yes, they are... This is difficult to put it. They are not mortal. They can be killed, but the time only really affects them by the amount of followers they have.
Why did the Twin Divine lose followers?
Well, my hypothesis is that all their true followers died, and those that were questioning their faith lost their faith when the kingdoms of Mythosil and Bahazar fell, along with all the other empires that were falling down at the time. That's why it's called the Age of Destruction.
Oh.
Because it may surprise you, but there were many empires on this world before the Age of Destruction. And by the end of it, there weren't any.
And what?
Yes?
What forces caused the Age of Destruction? Daehun has completely forgotten his little notes, by the way. He put those away in his belt.
Oh, there is no one cause for the Age of Destruction. My little rampage in the monasteries was certainly a contribution to the fall of Mythosil and Bahazar. However, as to the fall of the other empires, I am not sure, as I did not live in those areas.
What does it take to kill an entire, I guess, monastery?
Build up an army. Invade. At least that's what I did.
And what's the quickest way to build an army?
Same way I became immortal, as you put it.
Oh. Dane's gonna tap the side of his helmet. I get it. I get it.
Really, an
Okay.
undead army is one where you have absolute control over the minion of the individual soldiers. Using live ones, you have to deal with paying them in some way. But with an undead army, you can treat them however you want and have no guilty conscience about it.
Yeah. If I had gone down a different path in life, I would have been airdropping zombies on people. That would have been fun. Just hurl them through a catapult, trebuchet type scenario.
Not that I would have
Okay.
cared even if they were alive, however, they are more troubling to deal with if they are living.
I know.
Oh,
It's
so
ridiculous.
that's why Brand is so creepy. He's a sociopath.
Living
I-
people are sometimes annoying. Okay, sorry.
Oh,
I have to
oh,
get
no.
back to the questions.
Oh no, not just a sociopath. He's also a nihilist.
Gross.
Yeah, I mean, not even like a cool nihilist, like an optimistic one. No, just like full-on fucking Naichi. Wait, right, you don't know who Naichi is.
Okay. Next question. Well, we don't need to know about the Dragon Herald, but I do need to know about, what is this? White Crystal Dragon.
They are literally called crystal dragons. Dragons that instead of fire, lightning, cold, they breathe light.
They condense light into their bodies and spew it out their mouths. That's kind of cool.
And it effing hurts.
Well, yeah, especially for you, probably.
I am technically alive, Paladin. I am not dead and therefore am affected by radiant energy the same as any other human is.
Oh. Okay.
You could have had me fooled.
One last question. It's very important. Can you give me a third eye? Just sew it onto my head.
I could, but
And-
it wouldn't do anything.
Well, that sucks. What about a third arm, or preferably 2 new arms?
I could not, without removing any ones that you currently already have, I could not add to you. Because that, for one, your mind isn't made to deal with additional limbs, or isn't made to deal with more than it already has. And therefore, it doesn't have any of the. Well, I suppose you don't even know what they are, but they wouldn't have any of the neural connections to make them functional. You wouldn't even have any of the blood vessels required to keep them alive.
Okay, so new royals and blood ships. Got it. Don't understand what you're saying. If you ever need a test subject, I'm here though. I guess have a good day. That's it. Bye. He's gonna move over.
Yeah, probably
Okay.
my first eager volunteer.
Glad to be so.
Actually, he'll go over and sit at the table with Melrun, and the two of them will begin conversing.
So, yeah. Narrowing things down. Thanks for the spoilers, by the way, Harmony.
She begins rubbing the bridge of her nose. And
What did you do?
Harmony gave me spoilers. Anyways, do you want to hear the spoilers?
I don't want to hear rotten eggs.
No,
I'm good.
I mean like things in the
Rotten
future.
milk? Really? You gave her rotten milk? That's disgusting.
No. You know how like if you're reading a nice book and if somebody tells you the end of the story, it spoils it for you.
No, actually, usually I'm reading books where I want to know the end right away.
You're fucking why are you so fucking difficult, Daehoon? Okay, do you want to know the esoteric shit from the future that I had my future stepdaughter give me?
What's
now?
EsoTrek?
What?
What is EsoTrek? What does that mean?
Esoteric. Look, do you want to
Nope.
do you want me to tell you shit, or do you not want me to tell you shit?
I'd prefer if you don't describe excrement at all.
I swear to God. Sylvan, do you want me to tell you what's going on?
Information is usually good.
I am going to throw the mercury in his face if you don't give me a straight answer.
Daehoon's gonna start showing.
Servant, this is very important.
Servon?
What?
5,
Yes.
4,
Oh, for Pete's sake.
3,
Servant, come on!
Yeah, I need more.
2.
He's gonna
Just
stand
tell
up.
us, is my mic working?
Yes.
Yes. Well, Servon? You don't want me to get to 1.
Yes, just tell us, will you?
Okay, cool. So, the Herald of the Dragon Gods, right? Well, according to Turku, it's more or less like a title passed down from generation to generation. But thanks to Harmony here giving us the spoilers, it's come to my attention that the Herald is one of the 2 kobolds in the room. And well, Turku personally can't know for sure. I would rather not count my blessings on Turku being that, because I mean, if Turku is, do you really want him to help us release the Dragon Gods? Follow-up question to that. Do you think Turku actually is the Herald of the Dragon Gods?
Not really, no.
Cool, so that leaves Silvar. So, enough to all gang up and beat up Silvar.
Oh, hey, what? Wait.
Hey, Silvar.
Oh, yeah, Daehoon. Silvar is probably the Herald of the Dragon Gods.
Oh, that's nice. I like dragons.
The alternative is Turku, but I think we can all come to the conclusion that Turku probably isn't. And we can also all actually team up and beat up Silvar if we wanted to. We can't do that for Turku.
What? Are you sure we can't do that to Turku?
I am damn certain we cannot do that to Turku.
I could
When are we
drop.
gonna be able?
I could drop one of you with a single word.
He will kill all of us.
But like, when would we be able to do that?
Maybe something closer to where he is at.
Well, we're not even close.
Yeah, that's the point.
So okay, well, eventually, Turku, eventually.
So right now, let's all gang up and beat up Silvar.
No. I like the guy.
Do you think Silvar's going to give us a straight answer if we don't kick his shins in?
I'm just opposing whatever you do.
No, legitimate question here, Daehoon. Silvar is literally in the same profession as I am. Do you think he will tell us the truth?
Wait, he's a warlock?
Well, yes, but I meant charlatan.
Daehoon stands up and starts moving over.
Oh, well,
hey, are you warlock?
That made it easier.
Silvar?
Technically, yes. I have the same patron as Fleur. However, I hardly use my warlock abilities.
Hey,
Warlock's a warlock. Daehoon's gonna pull out his sword. Okay.
Should
do you want to go outside?
Okay, well, I do mean, yes, we should beat up Silvar, but I think Daehoon's gonna fucking kill him, so maybe we should intervene, Starpawn?
You gave him the chance to beat up a warlock. He's gonna take it.
Turku stands up on the table with his shield and Yakwala in hand.
Oh, dear gods. Hey. Snippy, you down boy. She'll prestidigitate a fucking spray bottle like you would for a cat and and spray Daehoon in the cheek, and then look over at Silver and go, all right, here, look. Silver, sweetie, he will pommel you, and it will hurt, like a bitch, but I don't want Sam to do that to you, because he will likely kill you. You're kind of cool.
Oh,
That's the
now you
best.
say it.
What? That's the best compliment you're going to get from me. Anyways, point being is that, Tarko, can you please get off the table? Like, not necessarily for me, but more so for Libertas. It's kind of rude. Thank you. Okay, so Tarko, I'm gonna need you to be real with me here, all right? Are you, the Herald of the Dragon Gods?
What if I was?
I mean, then I might give you a better compliment than you're kind of cool, because you would be actually legitimately cool.
Then yes, I am.
Okay, yeah, you're fucking bitching.
So are you just saying that so Liv would call you cool, or do you really mean it?
I mean it. If you, the player, legitimately don't believe him, you're more than welcome to roll insight.
I mean, yeah, Liv has reason to, like, mistrust him, but, you know,
Video
she
game
really
book club.
she really does want to make sure that it's real. She really wants it to be real. I mean, never mind what I know as a player. She legitimately wants it to be Silver and not Turku. Oh, thanks, insightful lion. Now you're gonna come through with for me.
He is telling the truth.
Oh damn, you're not lying for once.
For
That
one.
makes you even more bitchin'. Sweet. Hey gang, we found the Herald of the Dragon Gods.
Yeah, it's not like I've been with you for a couple months.
Well, why the fuck would have I asked you before this?
Yeah, no reason to.
Yeah. That being said, you also were complicit in us bullying, like, fucking 6 dragons or so, and you said nothing.
Well, I didn't ask to be the Herald of the Dragon Gods. The guy just bestowed it on me.
Okay, I get it. Fate fucking sucks, man. But you could have said something before we nearly got our heads ripped off. And by we, I mean Arson.
Did you say a guy bestowed it on you?
Yeah, back when I was a little kobold, littler. He says with emphasis because, 2.5 foot tall lizard
When
creature.
he was Babu.
Who was this guy?
When I was a little kobold, a few friends and I came up to the surface and found some people that are like, hey, you people worship dragons. You want to come join this dragon cult? And like, yeah, sure, that sounds fun. After a bit, they got the head of the group say, he didn't say Silvar because that's not my actual name. He said, Silvar, you are now the new Herald of the Dragon Gods. I'm like, thanks. I'm gonna go hang out with a bunch of giants.
Oh, I see. You made the rookie mistake of joining the first cult you saw. I get it.
We're kobolds. We're kind of idiots when we're young.
Damn, Silver, not your brightest moment.
Oh, look, I get it. I was young and stupid once too. I mean, I'm still relatively young and pretty stupid, but you get my fucking point. Neat. She'll lean and whisper to Silver and go like, hey, so, buddy, I don't know if you know what I'm planning on doing with Sir tonight and all that jazz. Uh, under the assumption she says yes and all that jazz, do you wanna help me and her go about and just like be an iconoclastic little bitch and free the dragon gods?
I mean, that's my entire purpose.
I mean, I will help you on this. I fucking hate the Twin Divines.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, cool. Honestly, if she says no, do you still want to do it?
Yeah.
Great. She'll hold out her hand to shake Silvar's. Before turning.
He'll hold on. All this thing loads. Is Liv being deceitful in any way?
I mean, he wouldn't know, but she's absolutely telling the truth.
Then he'll shake.
Before looking over at Turkin goes, honestly, I'd extend the same invitation to you, but I think you'd terrify Fleur. I know how you like to be an iconoclastic little bitch.
Okay, what are you planning that I would get involved and scare your not girlfriend?
Breaking free dragon gods from the pits of like Tartarus just to piss off the Twin Divines.
Ah.
But again, I think you personally speaking terrify Fleur, which I mean it is the correct response when dealing with you. But
who don't I scare besides the one who has, advantage against the frightened condition?
Well, I mean, are we talking about like legitimately the frightened condition or just in general? Because you don't really scare me.
Both.
Okay, well, yeah, you could probably frighten me, like literally speaking, but you don't scare me in the colloquial sense because I frankly find you kind of cool, and I know that if you wanted to kill me, I would have been dead 10 times over by now. I mean, you know what I truly fear at heart, and it's the one thing that makes you shudder at night.
He shivers.
Exactly. So, yeah, that sort of shit. Well, great. This has been a very fruitful conversation. Turku, glad to hear that it's you and not some rando in the fucking woods. Frankly speaking, when I found out that it was like the guy just came out of the woods as the Herald of the Dragon Gods, I was really worried it was going to be the weird astral elf over there.
Well, from what Fleur told me, she literally did come out of the woods.
Yeah, that's my point.
And isn't she also a part of that cult? Or that
I believe so.
Cult?
Actually, we could probably convince her to join us.
She's already part of your group.
Hold up, did somebody hire her?
Dehun did.
Huh. Okay, I need to talk with Fleur about that because she needs an employee contract. And not in like the soul sucking type of way. I mean like literally an employee contract, human resources and all that. Or I guess elven resources. Point being, I've been over here just like sort of talking to you for a while now, and I'm just sort of ignoring the rest of my group. So
yeah, get back to them.
Yeah, you want to talk to her, see if she wants to come along for being iconoclastic little shits, and we can reconvene tomorrow morning, I guess.
Okay.
Cool. She'll walk back over. Yeah. So, Silver's the Herald of the Dragon Gods.
I never would have expected it from him. He's so innocent.
No, he's not.
Evidently.
The man has like 5 social security cards.
10. You missed 3.
Wait, you... Damn. I'd be jealous if I didn't have 11 and one of those was the Calbian Emperors.
Yeah, you know you cheated with that one, right?
I wouldn't call it cheating. I looted his corpse fair and square. Well, Arson looted his corpse fair and square, and then I took the social security card. It's okay, Arson has a subway punch card.
Back to your group.
Yeah. So, you know, neat. We found the Herald of the Dragon Gods. And still know fuck all anything about the Twin Divines.
So, what are you guys going to do with this information?
I will burn that bridge when it comes time to burn that bridge. Let's just celebrate Fleur and his sister's birthday.
Guess you turned it to a 3-day event.
Yeah, I originally had it for a week, but Her Highness said I shouldn't do that. That it would stymie trade, and having roads closed for that long would be that bad. Wouldn't be good for the economy.
Well,
She,
not only
she
the
made
roads, but also the railroads. Wait a minute, none of
Wait,
you know about that, do you?
Wait, there are fucking trains here?
Yes.
When the shit did they install trains?
They've been building... There's been a train network in the Brachiobian Empire, theocracy for a number of years. I'm the sponsor of the railroad for Shimmer.
That's disconcerting. Not for me, more so for fucking Sturbon here. Air pollution and all that. And she will lean over to Sturbon and pat him on the shoulder. Trains will produce a lot of fucking air pollution.
Hmm.
Oh, wait, you know what trains are?
You might not remember this, Lunar, but the item that Peter got at the very beginning of the campaign was in fact a train whistle.
I did not at all. But also, it is still kind of surprising Sturbon knows what trains are. Being in the woods.
I'm sure a couple of druids would make sure there aren't as many trains running around soon.
I mean, trains are a part of the natural food chain. They keep
Sure.
the deer population in check.
And the human population, if you take out the tracks.
Well, might I propose to you the trolley problem? Wait, hold up. Hey, Daehoon.
That
Yeah.
requires you to tie people down. Too much trouble.
Well, no, the people are already tied down. Daehoon, trolley is speeding full speed ahead on this track, and on this track there are 5 people in the way, right? Now, at any time you could throw the switch to switch to a different track. However, that track has 1 person tied to it. Would you flip the switch?
Who are the people?
Doesn't matter.
Then I'd kill the one person.
Okay. I'm kind of surprised. You went shockingly utilitarian of you.
You gotta get followers somehow.
I fucking guess, man.
Anyway,
Yeah, well, yeah, let's go fucking party in the streets. Oh, again, I feel like I should mention this. Avoid any back alleyways. The goblins are still out there.
Goblins?
Yeah, I hired a bunch of cave goblins to throw rocks at people.
Okay. Thank you for the information. I hope you all have a good day partying. Which alleyways in particular?
I don't fucking know. They're nomadic.
Awesome. All right. Hey, Gorza, you want to help me kill some goblins?
Or is that the perfectly nice goblins? They're just doing this for a paycheck.
They're goblins. Come on, Gorza, please.
Not all goblins are fucking evil. Just like not all kobolds are evil. I mean, okay, yeah, we have a very bad example right there. She points to Turku. But
Yeah.
not all kobolds.
I was trying to tell myself that with warlocks, but it just doesn't ever work out. Anyway, follow me if you want to. He's gonna head out the door.
You want
Okay,
a good
okay.
example of a warlock? Take a look at Fleur.
Yeah, she's the one and only good one, and I'm surrounded by you.
Okay,
Bye.
okay, but that's never mind the fact that's still racist as shit, Daehoon.
It's classist.
Daehoon is gonna go kill some goblins.
I think that is a good place to stop because we are running way past our time.
A bit, yeah.
Yes.